All right, I got this Hailong battery here. Um, there's the numbers, and got it off eBay. Um, took it out of the box, charged it up overnight, and never checked the output. My friend needed this for his e-bike. Get it all put on the bike, nothing boots up, no output. So looking online, a lot of people had problems with this little 5-volt board, and this one was no exception. When this is hooked up, the battery would die, like go into protection mode. I'm like, all right, we don't really need that stupid USB ports. Cut that out. Now this measures as an intermittent dead short. Um, so that got that working. I had some output. I had 48 volts. Now this should have been fully charged, about 54.5 volts, 54.8 or so. And it's typical for 48 volt lithium ion battery. So hook it up to the bike, turn it on, nothing no output. No output. So I get out my little load tester. I use this with vacuum tubes. It's a 40-watt incandescent bulb. Makes a good little load tester. It does 48 volts, works on that. So I open the battery up, and what I find inside is all kinds of mess. I had to remove the heat shrink protective shell from the battery, so it's gone right now. And I just replaced it with some good old-fashioned duct tape. But what I found was the protection board here. This wire here goes to the charger port right here. This is also where the 5 volts was tapped off and the meter's tapped off. That's on the other side. It's got this little itty bitty battery meter in it. So the protection board was tripped because of the 5-volt board there being faulty. It thought there was a short, so it tripped. It would not reset. I would get 48 volts exactly on the output, but as soon as any load at all was put on it, 0 volts. So what I did was, this wire right here, this terminal is marked C. I don't know if we can see it. It's not going to focus. Dang it. So that's C right there, C minus. This says P minus. This one's B minus. I looked up the data sheet for this 173BCW 13S LiPo protection circuit. Checked all the voltages here. I got the 54.8 volt across the main. Everything looked good. But when I moved that to there, plugged into the charger, that reactivated the board. It took some more charge, and then it started working properly. So from the factory, the 5-volt board was shorted. The battery meter is wired incorrectly. The battery protection board was wired incorrectly. So if you get one of these and it doesn't have proper output or doesn't charge correctly, definitely suggest checking into that. This one, though, after my repairs, I can now go ahead and turn it on and just label the switch for my friend. So turn that on. We're going to take my light bulb, and because it's a light bulb, it doesn't care which direction the power goes. So we're not going to bother checking. So we got some glow down there until it falls out. There we go. And put the meter across it. Again, polarity doesn't really matter. Let's just read. Say 51.01. So it's not quite fully charged right now. But the way it was wired previously, that would read 48 volts dead on, even though the pack was closer to 55. The battery meter currently doesn't work because it's only hooked to the charge port. It's not important. Don't really need that, so we're not going to bother with it. But yeah, if y'all run into that problem with one of these batteries, check the wiring here first. Check the pack voltage from the far terminal here and here. Be careful, it's dangerous. But moving that wire from the power output to the charger input, that's the difference.